I was going to come to that. We've got some transfer stuff that we should probably touch on. Before that, though, we've got plenty of comments coming in. If it's okay, I'll throw a few of them at you. Patrick says, in my honest opinion, Celtic should win absolutely nothing this year. Otherwise, the Muppet Show at the top will feel vindicated. They did everything right. Paul agrees with you, Mick. Says Celtic are running in fumes, been badly leading players, and the board are sitting on their hands. This one, though, I think you're referring to, Keith. Chris says, you guys not discussing the Kasper Hogh possibilities.
That's the one.
Bodo Glimt striker who has today been linked with Celtic.
He's a potential game changer.
He would be a game changer, but I mean, I don't know what you think, Mick. I think the odds of Celtic getting them are pretty slim.
Well, speaking to some folks afternoon out in Norway, you're looking at somewhere north of 6.5, 7 million quid to get them.
That shouldn't be a big deal, should it, for Celtic?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. But Celtic in this current situation are on a holding pattern with potentially a new manager coming in the summer. I've been told that if they get a deal they think's worth it, they'll go and do it for money in this window. I think Norwich City were interested in him, but get scared off with some of in terms of some of the demand. Obviously, scoring 2 goals against Man City midweek puts a few million on the tab, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Basically, a good 18 months or so. I mean, a pretty kind of low key kind of start to his career, but he's really caught fire in the last 2 seasons for Bodo. Looks a player. He's not been capped by Denmark yet. He must be on the fringes. I mean, they're not that well off for strikers right now. You think you'd be banging the door for Denmark. He's a hungry striker who maybe a chance to go to the World Cup. So he looks like an ideal kind of guy to get in. But if there's a bit of an interest in him, see the goals midweek probably haven't helped the matter. There might be a few people looking at him now, look at his record and think this guy might be worth something. He was a big part of the Europa League semi-final team. The one that got put out by Ange's Spurs last season.
Yeah.
I think he was joint top scorer.
He's done it over a sustained period, mate.
Well, he done it. I think he was joint top scorer in the competition along with Fernandes. So I think that shows that it's not just he's just not doing it in Norway; he's doing it in Europe as well. So there could be interest. It depends how ambitious Celtic want to be. I mean, I think they need a second striker. I think they've obviously brought in Chanchara. They could do another one, I think. And Yacho's coming back, but they can't rely on Yacho. That's just the reality. But you can't rely on him and staying fit. So they need another striker, need another wide man. I think they need a bit of muscle in midfield for this run-in. I still think they need another centre half. There's four right off the bat. Celtic need, and they'll get 5.5, 6 days to do it. Are they going to go and spend 15 million, 20 million pound when there's so much uncertainty in terms of the manager position in the summer, 4-year contracts and all this kind of stuff? Guys on 25 grand a week. It depends. This is we'll find out what Celtic's ambition is. Did they go with what they've got and try and hope Martin O'Neill can work miracles and get a result this season, or do they start planning for next season? Whoever's going to be in charge. Listen, the evidence suggests that they're going to stick to this holding pattern and try and ride it out. But I think they're already at the stage that it's now hanging on the ledge this season for them. But a bit like the guy. Do you watch that skyscraper thing during the weekend on Netflix? The guy climbing the skyscraper.
I saw that.
I think that's a bit like Celtic fans right now watching the Celtic in the transfer market, holding their breath, and making them splatter to the ground.
Well, we said earlier, Mick, on the Record Celtic podcast, or you said rather, they basically need a signing a day before the transfer.
I can't steal. That was one of Swanee's lines.
Oh, was it?
Steal that one.
Yeah. I mean, Keith, I've got zero confidence that that's going to happen. They might, in my opinion, they might get 2 at most. But it's just mad that we're in this situation.
Well, it's like we said last night. The problem that you've got now in terms of credibility is these are 3 a.m. chip shop signings. They've not done the work properly. It's not been strategically organised. They've allowed 27 days now of January to go past without spending any money. I know that Mick will argue about how much money's sitting in the bank, but let's just say, even conservatively, it's 60, 70 million, whatever it is that's sitting there. It's accruing interest.
Yeah.
But it's the Celtic fans that need to remain interested. And there is an obligation here. But I just feel the obligation was, whether it was the start of January for the Old Firm game, or whether it was the big red mark around the 25th of January for Tynecastle. If Celtic were really serious about operating properly in this transfer window, these were 2 key dates, and we've passed 2 key dates. Anything they get now, as I keep saying, it's 3 a.m. in the chip shop. Desperation.
I mean,
although I counter all that because if they were to get the boy from Bodo Glimt, well, he's potentially a worldie. He would, as I said to you, he is the sort of quality that could potentially arrive and become a game changer. I'm just curious as to why Celtic are leaving it to, 3-4 days to go before there's any signs of any moves getting made. You wonder if it's serious or not.
The 2 things, Jacko. One, please stop mentioning chip shots. I'm absolutely starving here, right? January 27th. I'm 3.5.
It's the 3 a.m. tackle in the chip shop. Does it interest you more, Mick?
I'm 3 weeks into the Fat Club. I've been at the chips.
Well, on that, Mick, Chris in the comments says, what happens first? Celtic get 3 players in, or Mick uses that treadmill?
Listen, this has been getting used up until a couple of days ago to put my back out, lifting my daughter up in some TikTok dance. This has been getting used. I've been sweating it off. What's my point? Oh, aye.
Hold on, Mick. What? You put your back out doing a TikTok dance?
Oh, my daughter, see these TikTok dance, pick them up and throw them in the air and all that stuff. She was doing this thing, and I knew I was chancing it at my age, and I thought this is risky business. And sure enough, one time too many, up in the air. Oh, it's gone. So sitting at Tynecastle, I was waddling about like see that way when you're walking as if you soiled your trousers, like I'm gonna hobble about. Oh my god, man!
But, Keith, we're trying to get video evidence, Keith. That might be tomorrow's episode.
Not the most impressive. So TikTok's banned, or was it YouTube and TikTok are banned in my house for that kind of nonsense? Too old for it.